Hello, welcome back. So I'm waiting for the bread to come out. There's still about an hour and 20 minutes left on that. And it is 12:24. And I'm here cooking at 12:24 because my kids would not sleep. At one point they started, my girl, the smallest one, is 5 months old. They started playing with each other. This is not supposed to happen until she's at least a year and a half. But they're, just like, it's really cute, but I was very tired. Anyway, so I'm here peeling carrots. So this is for, if you can remember yesterday, here's where I want to peel them. I got my little paper towel here. We made 3 leaven. So the first one was a leaven fail that I haven't worked with yet. There's a white bread flour leaven that I used for pancakes this morning. Now our sourdough pancakes usually turn out okay, but these ones were a little undone in the middle. I feel like I'm not very good at working with banana, and I used banana as a substitute for eggs because we didn't have eggs this morning. We haven't gone. Weekends are super busy for us, so we just haven't had a chance to go grocery shopping. So we didn't have eggs, substituted bananas, and it just didn't turn out very well. I mean, they were okay, but they weren't as good as they usually were. So that white bread leaven I used for pancakes, and now I'm using the whole wheat leaven for a sourdough carrot cake. And if you're curious, it doesn't really taste tangy. At least my leaven is not very tangy, or at least it doesn't make my bread tangy. So if you're curious about using sourdough leaven or, starter for a sweet baking item, you can't really taste the sourness. Maybe if you had a really, really sour starter, but I wouldn't know. I've never had a very, very sour starter. I mean, I did before, but the bread failed, but I was able to use it in other things. It was a little tangy, but I can't really taste it either. So I'm just gonna, keep peeling, and I'm gonna wash these off. I'm supposed to grate 2 cups worth of carrot and set it aside. And by the way, if you're interested, the recipe I am using is from nourishingjoy.com. So hello, Nourishing Joy. Thank you for your recipe. It's super awesome. We've made it already. And I hope I get very far on this tonight, because I've already made this mixture. This is the first step. The whole wheat sourdough leaven mixed with whole wheat flour, challah, King Arthur flour, and coconut oil and some butter. So that was mixed in the morning, and I was supposed to set it aside for 12 hours. But I'm hoping I can get, and I don't want that to dry up too much. So I'm hoping I can get really far on making this recipe tonight. It depends on if Maria wakes up or not. Like, sometimes she wakes up when I'm not there sleeping with her. I tell you, I'm boiling potatoes too, because we're gonna make fish cakes tomorrow. So tonight is a get her done kind of night. I'm just gonna eyeball this. I don't really want to transfer things into the measuring cup. I figured as long as there's carrot in the cake, it's a carrot cake. Well, that's not really true, because you can have like a small amount of carrot, a lot of carrot. I don't really know where I'm going with this. And by the way, if you guys don't know who Jenna Fisher is, she's my idol basically for filming the sourdough vlog, Insta story, or IGTV. She's Pam from The Office, and we love that show. My husband more than me. He's seen it 10 times and actually getting sick of it because he's seen it so often. It's always, 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 always on. Anyway, like Michael Scott said once, it's like sometimes I start a thought. I don't really know where it's going, but I'm hoping I do by the time I get to the end of it. Sometimes how I feel when I talk. I'm sure others can relate. Oh my gosh, this is hard to do with gloves because I don't want to grate the plastic into the carrots. That will not be very good for baking. So I just try to protect my hands as much as possible. I have eczema. I'm not sure if you guys know someone or have dealt with that or have eczema yourselves. It's not very fun, especially if you develop it as an adult. It just stays with you. It's chronic. So yeah, I've been dealing with that for a while, since I was a child. Oof. And it's gotten worse in university with all the stress and all the unhealthy eating. And I really just had to clean up my diet like crazy. Wow. When it's late at night and things are slow, I just talk like a lot. But anyway, I just had to clean up my diet like crazy. Like no alcohol, no sugar, no caffeine. Huh?
You just had wine.
I just had wine, yeah. And it's not that bad right now. I wait for it to get bad and then I stop alcohol. Don't do that. I mean, yeah, you're supposed to really keep a handle on your diet, but I'm not very good. I'm not. But I'm trying. That is all one could hope for. That looks almost like a cup, so I think this is good, pretty good. This might even be two cups, just this and this carrot and what's in the bowl. Oh, my arms. Ah! Yeah, try not to grate your fingers. I dare say this is like 2 cups of grated carrot. I'm getting better and better at eyeballing things because I've just used these measuring cups so often. So, okay, so we're gonna put these away and find a little receptacle for these. Check on the potatoes and I'll be right back. So I've mixed the flour, coconut oil, and butter. And by flour, I mean sourdough starter, the leaven that I made a few days ago on Sunday. And it was white bread flour. So this is white bread flour, leaven mixed with some oil. We're going to mix it with some, the recipe calls for cane sugar, 1.5 cups. You like sugar? We try not to use kind of like refined sugar, and I know cane sugar is not refined sugar. It's it's not worked on, or that's what from my understanding is what cane sugar is. It's white sugar is refined sugar, but cane sugar isn't. But anyway, I'm rambling on about that. We like to use coconut palm sugar because of its the low glycemic index. It's something I researched when I had really, really bad eczema, and I mean really bad. I started to use this stuff, and I started to eat a lot of coconut bliss ice cream, which was amazing, especially the dark chocolate ice cream, coconut bliss, with some cherries. That was like an amazing snack in the summer. So 1.5 of this. And now coconut palm sugar is a drier sugar. So it's not very good for making like chewy chocolate chip cookies, which I also love. And I found that out the hard way. There we go. The child is sneezing. I'm not surprised if he's gonna come out and join the party as well. It'll be just our luck. So after we put the sugar, just close that up, make sure nothing gets in. I need 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Good. Oops. This is fake vanilla. I can't tell the difference. But did y'all hear that vanilla is now more expensive than silver? So that's why I'm using artificial. Nice. You got an extra hand in the kitchen. So now we're gonna put the carrots. I might need a hand with this one too. Hand. Need to scoop it. Yeah. It's kind of like, yeah. So that's looking really nice and kind of all mixed up. We're all mixed up. Whoop. Okay. 1, 2. 1 teaspoon ground nutmeg. I love getting fresh spices and that kick, that smell that you get. It's fresh spice smell. Oh my gosh, she's standing by herself, grabbing the kitchen chair. Obviously, with Luchan's hands around her. 2/4 teaspoon. Measure 1. So cute. 1/2 teaspoon of sea salt. 1. Oops. 2. And 1 teaspoon baking soda. That's good. I'm not sure if it's a little dry. I think I'm just gonna hydrate it a little bit with almond milk. So I made once the Martha Stewart, I think, recipe for chocolate cake, and the batter was very runny. I'm not sure if that applies to carrot cake because this is, very stiff. But I think the last time I made this, it was like this, and it was just fine. Maybe it was a little dry. I don't quite remember. But I'm gonna just kind of smear this with butter. So I'm gonna get my stick of butter and I'll be right back. Smear, 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 smear. I just use my hands. This is kind of fun for me. That feel of butter between your fingers. Cooking is such a sensory activity, isn't it? They don't really. Recipes fail to mention how something should smell sometimes, or how something should, well, I guess it's all about looks sometimes. But anyway, it's so important to use your sense of smell and everything when you're cooking. I saw that I stole that from somebody, probably one of those cooking shows on Netflix. I watch a lot of them. Who here has watched what is it called? Oh my goodness. Great Family Cooking Showdown! It's so good. I love seeing families cook together. It's like what I aspire to. I'm gonna take this off my fingers. It smells so good. It smells like vanilla. Yeah, I think it's kind of nice I've gotten to the point where I can tell someone if something is sounds really, really funny. Where something is burning in the oven, But more importantly, when something is browning, when it's like just to the point of burning, you're like, oh, that should be taken out. Like I can start to smell a bit of blackness in there. It's kind of cool. Oh, and these are utensils lovingly sent to us by Lucian's mom from Romania. So these are Romanian, authentic Romanian wooden utensils. Love you, Pipina. Her name is Christina, but David loves to say Pipina. I'm not sure if he can't say the Chris, maybe, but he's actually picking up quite a lot of words. He's at that stage right now. He's almost 3, so he's forming pretty good sentences, I must say. Oh, his new favorite saying is, "Don't get my coat," meaning don't forget my coat. He doesn't say he says get. Don't get my coat. And then I say, how do you say, may I, don't forget my coat. So this is gonna go in the oven. So I'm just gonna clean up a little bit. Maria's crying for me. So we'll see you tomorrow, and we'll have a finished carrot cake for you. So thanks for watching. Good night. Good morning. So it's the night after we made our carrot cake. As you can remember if you watched our previous video, well, we're gonna do that. So we were up at all hours trying just to finish what we needed to cook. And we're all back. The gang's all here. David, you want to say hi?
Hi.
Hi. And Maria says hi. Now we're going to make the cream cheese frosting. And what I like about this cream cheese frosting is it doesn't use icing sugar. I try to avoid refined sugar because I have eczema, and I feel like it helps. There's a lot of factors why someone would get eczema, so that's one of them. So anyway, we need, this is the fun part for David, we need to hack up, oops, okay. We need to pound. I don't usually work in the kitchens like this. Let me try. Okay, I need help here. So it's usually just me and David in the kitchen, and more often these days it's just me in the kitchen, which is kind of nice sometimes.
What are you doing?
I'm putting the walnuts in the Ziploc bag because we are going to pound them. I don't think that was completely necessary. You probably have pounded them in here, but I like to see what I'm doing. I'm gonna let the air out of the bag a little bit so that the bag doesn't burst. So this recipe calls for a fine powder of walnuts to go in with the cream cheese, which is very interesting. It's not time yet. We're gonna cover it up like this so that we don't break the bag. And I'm gonna cover it up. So David's been all about pounding recently. Wow.
Okay, it's done.
Okay, let me try. Whoops. Let's just do this quickly. Watch your fingers, please. This is really loud. I broke the bag. I kept telling David not to break the bag, but yeah, I should have probably used the magic bullet for this. We're gonna have a little bit of a chewy cream cheese frosting, but that's okay. Blend this up. I'll put this in there. Pop it in. Very good. We need this piece. Good job.
Don't take this off.
Put this in here. Yeah, put it in there. So the recipe called for 1 cup of butter and 1 cup of cream cheese. So it's pretty decadent, isn't it? Can you say decadent?
Decadent. I like to fry it.
We kind of blended them up together and it looks like that.
I want to try it.
You want to try it?
Yeah.
Why don't you put some maple syrup in here? Oh, I don't know what my voice is doing right now. So we need a 1/4 cup of maple syrup. go. Let me put that in there. Yay. Good. Let's blend that up. Yeah, I know. Actually, a little harder when you hold it like that, David. I'm going to get a knife and we're going to scrape down the handles or the mixers. Can you do this? Scrape this down like that?
Yeah.
Make the cream cheese go down into the bowl.
I make some.
I hear you. Is it done? Okay, get the knife out of the bowl. All fingers out of the bowl.
I make some.
Okay, sweetie. You're going to have some. Just wait. Just wait. You have to finish blending it, okay? Oh, I threw away my 1/4 cup measure. We're just gonna eyeball it. Okay, here. Here. This is the best part. So, I'm just gonna put everything away and then we're gonna spread it on the cake and then we're gonna try the cake. Now we're just gonna put the frosting on top of the cake.
I don't make like that.
Okay. Can I put some more on top for you?
Yes.
Okay. So the recipe says you can also just put this in the fridge. I think that's what I'm gonna do with a lot of it because there's quite a bit. Well, we'll see if we can cover the whole cake. I think it might be okay. More? Here, let me put it all on for you and then you can just spread it around, okay? David's very good at doing that. There you go. You want to try spreading that around first? It's a big chunk.
I like it.
Okay. Make sure it's flat. You go to the edge like that.
I like it, Dada. I like it.
He likes it. This is a lot of frosting. We're just gonna finish spreading. So I think I'm gonna leave some of it in the bowl. Because it is kind of heavy. It's got butter and cream cheese in it. So I don't know, maybe I should have put more maple syrup. And I forgot we actually have leftover like ground up walnuts, so I think I'm just gonna put it on top. And that looks really nice. Yeah, you wanna do that? David loves doing that. We call him David or David interchangeably. David is more Romanian/Filipino, which is what we are. We're mixed. Oh no. And David obviously is more Anglo. Oh, whoa, easy there. Oh, poor thing. Are you okay, David? Okay, now we're gonna cut the cake. So it's gonna go in here. I know, Maria. You know, the cake is so deep. It's maybe it's good that there's this much frosting. Wow, look at that. That's big. You wanna help me? Yeah, take it off. Good job. And we're gonna get a fork and we're gonna try it.
One for you, Mama.
One for you. One for me, one for you? Okay.
Yeah. One for Dada.
Wait for me, wait for me. Oh, okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Well, go. I know, Maria. I'm sorry, but you can't have some. It's good. I got some frosting. Oh yeah. Yeah. That's very good. That's really good. It's very different. It's a drier carrot cake, but in a good way. And the two components complement themselves very, very well. So thank you, Nourishing Kitchen, for such a wonderful recipe. Bye. Say bye, David.
Well,
Bye.